Ampthill TV are here at Parkside today to get an update on progress. Andy Wood, you're one of the trustees of Parkside. We're a little over halfway through. How's it going?
It's going really well, Chris. Progress has gone per plan, so we're on track with the project. As you say, we're just over halfway through. The build is due to finish end of November. Scaffolding's due to come down September time, and we start doing the work around the outside of the hall. As you can hear, there's a lot of activity going on at the moment, and we're really pleased with the project management team that we've got on the project, and also Newport Pagnell Construction doing a fantastic job for us. So we're here. We're actually standing in what will be the foyer at the moment. This will be glass walls around us. We'll enter this through doors here, and we'll proceed through what is this plywood wall, but this will be a glass wall that we will then go through into the main reception. So if we want to take a walk through there, I'll show you around the inside of the hall.
Okay, let's take a look around. Thank you.
Cheers. Okay, Chris. So here we are. We're actually inside in the foyer section of the hall now. So we've come through here. Essentially, this is going to be a big open area with seating. The bar's going to be on this side of the hall. We'll have a look later on at the kitchen that's on the other side of the bar. And on this side, we've got the reception area. So there'll be a reception point here for visitors to come into. And we're hoping to get some big TVs on the wall and that sort of stuff to advertise what's going on in the hall.
And that's the way into the hall over there?
The hall's in through that door there. We'll have a look at that in a minute. I'll show you the toilets first, which is probably an important part of any hall. So this is the gents' toilets in there, and then we've got the first of our disabled toilets, which will be in here, and the ladies' toilets in there. So we did have toilets down this end of the hall before, so that's relatively same as before. This is the old boiler room where we had to tease our ancient boiler to life. I spent many happy evening keeping the boiler going in there. So that's where the boiler's going to go. Then we'll go back down this corridor and into the main hall. So we're now in the...
Oh, so the old stage is still here then?
The stage is still there. The stage has stayed. It'll be refurbished, but the stage is essentially as it was, as is the sprung floor that's been protected under all this hardboard. A lot of our hirers wanted the dance floor to stay. That was an important part of the hall for them. So as you can see in here now, we can look up and you can see how actually the roof, the old roof, was in pretty good state of repair. So it made us putting the new roof onto there a lot easier, and we've been blessed by the weather as well. That's been really fortunate. Over on this far side, which is for people that have hired the hall before, they'll know that all the chairs were normally stacked out against these far walls under a low ceiling. That's now been turned into meeting rooms. We've got 2 meeting rooms, so let's go take a look over here. So if we walk down to the far end first, what we've got down here is a new changing room for the stage. So the stage is obviously just behind this wall here, and we're going to be putting a new staircase that will run up here into the stage, and people on putting the productions on will have this as their changing room, changing facilities as they do the shows. This part of the hall is really to try and create more space to allow us to hire out more than one hall. So we've got the main hall, but we've also got 2 meeting rooms, trying to get more revenue coming in for the space that we've got here. So this would be one of those first meeting. This would be one of the first meeting rooms. Obviously, it's a bit dark at the minute because all the windows are boarded up, but there'll be a window in there. And then we come to this. This will be a doorway into this side of the hall
from outside.
So if there's a function going on in the main hall, we can still separately access these 2 meeting rooms over here. Another disabled toilet in this room here, and there'll be a kitchenette here, teas, coffees, that sort of thing. So if people hire these meeting rooms, corporate events or businesses that want to do meetings, they've got some way to make teas and coffees and that sort of thing. And then we've got a final. Another meeting room under construction, as you can hear. Hopefully this will help us generate additional income, and then we can go back into the main hall from here. And hopefully the fact that we've lost that space doesn't detract from the purpose of the hall, which we've still got a nice big hall suitable for venues like the cinema and dinner dances, that sort of thing.
As a user of the hall, this space actually was a nuisance for us because acoustically it wasn't good to have that void under there, and we used to have to black it out.
And some people used to, if you had a dinner party, people didn't want to sit under there because they felt a bit detached from what was going on.
It's made it look like a good theatre space.
It's a good venue. I don't think it's lost any of its charm that it had before, but it's been more of a practical space. So it's
got windows going in.
Yeah, so we've got windows going in up the top there. We've got all the windows going in along the two sides as well. We'll have a look at the roof when we go outside because that's really taking shape now. So that's the main hall. The stage is still there. We've got to do some work under the stage to utilise that storage space. There's a lot of space under there. Hires equipment, etc. So we're trying to think of some ways to get some rollered boxes going in there. So then we come out of the hall, we're back into the reception area. As I say, we've got the bar here. Now, this is a temporary structure because one of the areas we're still looking for funding for is the bar and the reception area, and we'll have a look at the kitchen in a minute. So if there's anybody out there that's got some money and wants to invest in what will be a fundamental part of the hall, the bar, we're looking for funding for that, and we'll perhaps talk a bit about that later.
Yeah.
So that's the bar. We're hoping to have like the chiller cabinets and stocked out as a professional bar, nice, a bar surface, because it will add to the ambience of this big, reception area. If you can close your eyes and imagine, tables and chairs, people come in for a function, they can sit down, relax, have a drink before they go into the main hall. So hopefully this will be quite a good part of the new hall.
But presumably you can use this space here in the foyer for a little small art exhibition, whatever, and you've got the bar. So in fact you've got 4 usable spaces now. Yeah.
So we're hoping that we can, maybe attract local organisations to come in, like the Amstel Camera Club or various people. If they want to put on exhibitions or displays, then this will be the perfect for it. It's a bit dark at the moment, but there's going to be windows along the sides of the sloping roof there, and it's going to be a plastered flat roof there. And then we go through this door, will take us into the kitchen.
Okay.
So as you can see, as part of our strategy, if you like, we really want to attract bigger events coming into the hall, such as weddings, for example. We've obviously got the registry office just down the road there, and with a nice new hall, we're hoping that we can attract more events that will bring more money into Parkside and help us raise the funds that we need to do the other phase, which is through into the Nottingham rooms. So we've purposely built the connection to take us through into the Nottingham rooms. So if and when that part goes, we can move and get some funding to go into that next stage. So the kitchen's an important part. It's a big space. It's going to be geared up for doing commercial catering events if we need to do that. Again, funding is an issue. We are still looking for funding to put the kitchen in place. We will.
Because kitchen equipment, certainly commercial, isn't cheap, is it?
No. It's quite expensive, and of course, once you start to bring commercial kitchen equipment in, you have to meet all the current regs, etc. So to start with, what we'll probably do is we'll have a minimum kitchen in here, worktop, sink, maybe a cooker, microwave. But ultimately, we want to get the money to come in to allow us to, put a proper commercial kitchen in here. So big space. Obviously, the windows are black tip, boarded up at the moment. It's been quite a nice space, and then we've got the exit out to the side of the hall. And what the guys are doing at the moment, and a lot of the noise that was taking place was getting the roof on. And the guys are just putting the final stages of the roof. It's really taking shape. I really like the curved aspect to the outside of the roof there. So that's taking shape. Mid-September, all the scaffolding is going to come down, and we'll start doing the work on the groundwork and the surfacing. We've got a couple of grants underway with Viola to try and get some landscaping done out here. Again, thinking of weddings and fit pictures and that sort of stuff. So that's taking place. This end wall here is going to be rendered to sort of cover up the mixture of brickwork that we've got there. And it's all looking pretty exciting. We're really getting geared up to the first events in sort of I think middle of December is the opening, and then Maurice Kachuk has got his one of his pantos in here over over Christmas. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we're on track.
And the cinema starts in January.
And the cinema starts in January, Chris. Of course it does. How could I forget that? Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, that's it. That's where we are.
So from the point of view of fundraising, then I'm sure you've got lots planned, but if any member of the public wants to like do a car boot sale or a garage sale or any sort of event,
any event to raise funds, no matter how small. We're talking about the reception area there and putting tables and chairs in. If a family wanted to get together and say, well, look, I'll buy a chair, or I'll buy something to go in the hall, or here's 20 quid, or anything that people can do individually. There's how many residents in Ampthill? Over 6,000. 7,500, 8,000. So there's a lot of people that potentially are going to benefit from the hall. It's a charity. I'm a trustee of that charity. We're here for the community, and it's the community that are going to benefit and use the hall. So I would appeal to anybody out there that's got some money and could invest in the hall. Give us a call. There's plenty of information on the council website about how you can do that. But yeah, we are short of funds. We've got enough to finish the hall. What we don't want to do is to have to scrimp on the fitting out. So we're going to have a fantastic hall. We need the inside to be fantastic as well. So anybody out there, get your checkbooks out.
Okay, Andy, thanks for the tour. It's looking like it's going to be a good versatile space. Yeah. Can't wait for it to open. Thank you.
Great. Thanks a lot, Chris. Cheers.